held in Dakar, Senegal. So I want us to take a look at the women's team, and Duncan will be taking us through that. The team that was selected to do duty for women in Kenya, of course, is led by Elizabeth Andiega, and what we should expect from her. Remember, we had a number of boxers in camp, but 13 were selected. Now, Duncan, yes. We begin. This is the ladies' squad that has been selected, of course, beginning with the middleweight. That is where we have Elizabeth Andiega, who is the vice captain for the Heat squad. What should we expect from Elizabeth Andiega? She's a veteran in Kenya.
I think she's the most experienced in the group.
Yes.
And she has a very unique history, being the first Kenyan Olympian, boxing Olympian.
Yes.
Because she represented the country in the London Olympic Games in 2012. We were with her in the Africa Games last year, and she's in a better shape this time round. We think she has very high hope of getting the Olympic ticket.
Yes.
From Dakar.
Of course, you are talking about, 53 countries fighting for, 37 tickets to represent Africa. For Kenya, we've decided that, that these are the ladies that will represent the country. What should we expect from Elizabeth Akinyi in the welterweight?
Elizabeth Akinyi, I think this is her second chance going out to represent the country. She has been participating mostly in the welterweight category, no, middleweight category, which is 75 kgs.
Yes.
But Andiego has been giving her a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Because she absolutely outclassed her during the trials. So, in my opinion,
yes,
she has a better chance at the welterweight category where she is now, and we think she will go far. But I think, compared to the two, I think Andiego is still a more brighter prospect compared to Akinyi. But we also think at welterweight category, it will be her first time fighting at the welterweight categories.
Yes. I
think she'll be very powerful for the welterweights, and she might just be able to get a medal.
In the lightweight category, we do have Lena Kinney. What are the prospects?
Lena Kinney, this will be her second chance, national duty. She first represented the country during the Africa Games, where she lost in the preliminary round against a boxer from Tunisia. And we think this time round she's in a better shape. She's more prepared. When we went for the Africa Games, she really struggled with weight. Yes. Because I think locally she was used to fighting at 63 kilograms. And when with the new Olympic weights, yes, she has to weigh at 60 kilograms. So she was struggling shedding the 3 kgs. Yes. But this time she's very comfortable with her weight. She has been able to manage it very early in the season. And so we are thinking she'll be able to give a good account of herself.
And then in the flyweight, we do have Beatrice Akoth.
Featherweight, this one, Beatrice Akoth is making her debut with the national team. This is the first time that she'll be representing the country. I think she has trained very well. I was watching her doing sparring with the likes of Nico Koth, the captain. And she was giving a good account of herself. So I expect her to perform well, but at this time I don't expect her to win gold, but she might just surprise everybody if she's able to get even maybe a bronze.
And the flyweight, we do have Christine Ongare.
Yeah, Christine Ongare is a very experienced boxer. You remember when we went for the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games, she's the one who saved face for the country because she won a bronze medal. And in the Africa Games, we thought she was robbed. She fought against a Nigerian girl in the quarterfinals. So we think she has a good chance of qualifying for the
Olympics,
for the Tokyo Games. So when I look at this chance here, in my personal opinion, yes, all of them have prepared. All of them have prepared for the championship very well. But personally, I'll rank Christine and Elizabeth higher in the rank among those who, when you look at the performance, I think those ones are in a better shape to get the tickets. And there are only 3 tickets per weight, every weight category.
Yes.
So one has to get gold, silver, or bronze to be able to qualify for the Tokyo Games.
Are we looking at a situation where all these 5 boxers could actually make it to the Olympics?
Ideal, that's the ideal situation. But again, now you also need to be aware because, we are not new in boxing.
Yes.
We know what the other countries have.
Yes.
So you also weigh what the other countries are providing
Yes.
as the opposition. So I wouldn't tell Kenyans that all of them are going to come with the tickets. But I think I'm seeing 2 who have got very good chances of coming back with the Olympic tickets.
Before we take a look at the men, of course, it's all about taking a look at, the qualifiers for the Olympics. How has the National Olympics, Committee of Kenya been, how has it chipped in to help you as a federation?
I think I'm very sorry I forgot to appreciate them because actually NOC officials led by their acting secretary, Mr. Francis Mutuko, together with treasurer, Mr. Anthony Karioki, were able to come to our camp in Nanyuki. They gave us training t-shirts. They have been able to facilitate the team to get some tracksuits. Because I think what they had run out of stock.
Yes.
So I am aware they've gone out of their way to get some tracksuit for the team. So I would really like to appreciate the National Olympic Committee of Kenya, led by President Mr. Paul Tergat. And he has just called me a while back when I was coming here.
Yes.
Wishing me all the best for the team that is going to Senegal. So I think, this time, boxing is being organized by the International Olympic Committee. And they have to work very closely with the National Olympic Committee of Kenya because that's where the linkage between the federation and the IOC, who are the organizers, comes in. And they've been able to go out of their way to ensure that the team gets facilitation that is required. They've worked with our people in the federation to ensure that we get resources from the ministry. And I think they were knocking at the PSS door every day. Try to ensure that the team gets resources together with Madam CS, Ambassador Amina Mohammed. And, of course, there was some gray area, because I think the issue of the former president passing on brought some challenges, which I'm very happy to report now that the team has gotten all the facilitation that is required. Our accommodation in Dakar has been catered for. And tomorrow morning, there's a group that will be leaving tomorrow morning. 8:25 is the departure time. And another group of 7 boxers will be leaving on Monday morning, going to Dakar. So we are very appreciative of the effort of the Ministry of Sports and the National Olympic Committee.
Yes. So let's take a look at the Heat Squad Olympic Qualifiers team. That is the men's team, the men that have been chosen to take part in the qualifiers. We begin with the experienced, before we take a look at Shafi Bukhari, Kokoth, Joseph Shigali, and Boniface Mugunde. Of course, we want to begin with the man that was in the last Olympics, and we want to talk about, there was some uncertainty that Rayton Okwiri probably will have to, relinquish his title, his ABC title, so that he can take part in this. First of all, as a federation, how did you take in that news that, if he has to take part in the Olympics, you have to let the title go?
I think that is a personal decision that Rayton had to make. Because you see now, professional boxing is like a business. You sign contract with your promoter.
Yes.
And sometimes there are some who have managers and so on. So there's a whole structure of how they are managed. And so as we approached Rayton, he didn't have a manager, he didn't have a promoter. We approached him, we approached his employer, which is the Kenya Prison Service, and he agreed. And all that we were required to do was to inform the employer, the boxer, and now put him in our database, which is in IBA.
Yes.
And so by doing all that, we had done what is required for us to have Rayton Okwiri participate in this. But he's the one now to make a decision whether to relinquish the ABU middleweight title, which is the Africa Boxing Union belt, I think middleweight category, and he's more than ready to relinquish that belt and go make Kenya proud by winning a medal for the country. And he's one of the brightest prospects that we have in the team. You heard the interviews that you were running before, where he's promising that he's going to book the ticket for Tokyo 2020. And having watched him during the training session, the sparring that he has had with his opponent in camp, I think he's in top shape to go and win a medal. I'd be surprised if he doesn't qualify.
Yes. He felt like in 2016, he was robbed. Yes. And he wants to make amends for that, that he can, he can come back, he can first of all qualify for the Olympics and then at least bring a medal to Kenya. Yes. Do you feel that, it's, what is motivating him is more of, wanting to put things right?
I think there's that aspect. Yes. And I think now he's more mature.
Yes.
He was much younger during that time. This time, he's more experienced. And, before he was participating in the IBA professional boxing. And he was able even to fight for the title in the APB. And he defeated somebody who was the world champion twice from Russia. So I think that one also gave him a lot of confidence. He knows he's more than capable. From 2017, he ventured into professional boxing. Yes. He was able to win the Africa Boxing Union title. I think out of management issues, maybe locally here, he will have fought more times than he has already done.
Yes.
And so I think him agreeing to go and represent the country in the Olympic qualifiers is a big positive for the Boxing Federation of Kenya. And he's one of our, what we call, sure bet.
Yes.
I think he will do very well.
He will do very well.
In Dakar.
Yes.
That I count as a ticket that we will get.
Let's move to the light heavy, where we do have Humphrey Ochieng.
Yeah, Humphrey Ochieng, light heavyweight. I think this will be his second time participating in the Olympic qualifier.
Yes.
I think last time he participated in the Olympic qualifier, which was held in 2016 in Cameroon. I think he won one fight.
Yes.
Locally, he has been having a tough time because there's a boxer called Hezron Maganga from KDF who had defeated him during the previous trial when we were going for the Africa Games. But when we did our trial in Kisumu, for the first time, Humphrey defeated Maganga, and that's how he finds himself in this position. I think he will give a good account of himself.
Elia Joey, not a name, he's a name that Kenyans are used to. Yes. What should we expect from him in the heavyweight category?
Joey is one of the most experienced members of our national team at the moment. He has won 2 Africa Games bronze medals in the light heavyweight and heavyweight category.
Yes.
I'm thinking he's one of the boxers that is likely to get a ticket. But again, his weight category is very challenging.
Yes.
Because these 2 weights, heavyweight and super heavyweight, it's only 2 boxers that are going to qualify for Tokyo 2020.
Yes.
The one who wins gold medal and silver medal only are the ones who will qualify. And probably by virtue of having won a bronze medal during the Africa Games, I'm thinking he has a good chance of making it to Tokyo 2020. And probably that will be his last shot because I think he's about 37, 36. So this will be his last chance to go to the Olympic Games.
Fred Ramogi?
Fred Ramogi is very blessed.
Yes.
Because we think he has all the attributes of a great heavyweight boxer.
Yes.
He has the physique, he has power, and he knows how to box. So sometimes we feel maybe he lacks the heart. But we have worked with him very hard.
Yes.
I saw him do an interview with one of our local medias, and he was saying that this time he's promising Kenya that he's going for gold medal. He got a bronze medal during the Africa Games. So we are thinking it's one of the ways that it's much easier to get a medal because this weight category gets very low number of boxers participating during the championship. So you might go there and you find there are only 10 or 12. So where you maybe, but again now, like I said earlier,
yes,
here it's only a silver or gold that earns a ticket to go to Tokyo.
So it has to be very competitive.
Has to be very competitive, but we believe if he gives his all, he's able to get this ticket.
Let's talk about the man that Kenyans feel his star, he's shining at the moment, and I want us to talk about Shafi Bukhari, who is also in the hit squad. We take a look at the other men that have been selected. Shafi Bukhari, Kenyans feel, like he has lots of potential, and it's only about time that, the world stands up to recognize what he can offer.
Shafi Bukhari at the moment is one of our top boxers in the country. When we went for the Africa Games, he won a silver medal. He got hurt in the semi-final stage,
yes,
where he was fighting a boxer from Ethiopia. But he had fought a very tough fight in the pre-quarter final against a boxer from Morocco, home country, which was a much tougher fight, and he won it. He had to win it. So he's one of the competitive boxers, and we think if he's in good shape,
yes,
he doesn't get injuries, he might get the gold medal. So I'm betting on Shafi to be one of the qualifiers. When we come back, he'll have gotten this ticket for the Olympic Games.
Nico Koth, one lively man. Anytime you meet him, anytime you interact with Nico Koth, he's always lively. He has this energy, and he's captaining this team. I mean, let's first, before even we get into, what to expect from him in the qualifiers, how did you settle on Nico Koth being the captain for the entire squad?
No, actually, it's not us who settled on him. He was voted by the boxers.
Yes.
So I think he's one of the most experienced. You may remember Nico Koth went for the Beijing Olympic Games. So I think he's experienced enough.
Yes.
When we went for the Olympic qualifiers in 2008, which was done in Namibia,
yes,
he won a gold medal. Remember, he's the reigning lightweight gold medalist from 2017, which was done in Congo, Brazzaville.
Yes.
And the way he was talking, the boxer who defeated him during the Africa Games, who was
Morocco.
at home,
yes,
he was called Hamoud Mohamed.
Yes.
He had defeated him during the Africa Championship at the lightweight category. But now, because these are Olympic weights, now there are several changes which happened with the weight categories. Because, with the Olympic weights,
yes,
now they are 8. But IBA weights are 10.
Are 10, yeah.
So they were fighting at lightweight category. Here, this lightweight for Olympic Games is 63 kgs, but the one that he won a gold medal was 60 kilograms.
Yes.
So there are some changes.
Earlier on in the week, he was saying that, he fought the Moroccan and he made 2 or 3 mistakes. Yes. And he said that, this time round, he's going again to face that Moroccan, but he knows what he has to do to make sure that, he floors the Moroccan.
Yes, I can assure you he's in a much better condition now. I have watched him do sparring.
Yes.
And I think he's one of the most promising prospects of getting a ticket for the Tokyo 2020. Yes. And
then we have Joseph Shigali in the lightweight, and in the welterweight, we do have Boniface Mogunde.
No, first I must say these two, they call themselves...
Shafi and Nick.
Shafi and Nick, they call themselves commanders. They are the commanders of the team.
Yes.
So they are who provide leadership to the team. Shigali is making
Nick is in the Defense Forces?
Yeah, Kenya Defense Forces.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a soldier.
Yes.
And Shafi is a policeman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's why they are called the commanders.
Actually, they're all. And Shigali is also a policeman. Mugunde is a policeman.
Yes.
Mugunde was in the Africa Games and he won a bronze medal in the welterweight category.
Yes.
It was his debut. So we think he has a very good chance of getting a medal if only he gets focused. Sometimes he freaks out and he overtrains.
Yes.
But the coaches this time have been able to talk to him to reduce his work rate. He works too much. So when
his work rate is way too high.
Way too high, such that when he gets into the ring, he has no energy. But we are thinking this time he has a good chance. Shigali is making a debut at this level. But I think locally, the whole of last year he was not defeated. He won all the 5 legs of the National League, and that's how he gets himself in the national team. And I'm thinking he's also likely to give a very good account of himself during the Dakar Championships. Yes.
Of course, so those are the 30 men that have been selected by Team Kenya. They are in the hit squad. Take part in the Olympic qualifiers that will be held in Dakar, Senegal. We take a short break. When we come back, Sugar Ray will be telling us what to expect from this team. And 2020, are we going to see more boxers from Kenya in the Olympics? That's after the break.